All right, so I'm going to work through these second two problems. I have already worked through the two at the top. You can find another video on that, on how to combine like terms, and those were just with integers. And now I'm going to be using fractions. So I'm just going to go to one where it's less cluttered. Okay, so as we are working through this first one, we're looking at how can I combine like terms and what are my like terms here. So I'm going to square my x's. And when I square my x's, I'm including that subtraction sign there. I'm going to use the color yellow so you guys can see it. So there's negative 3/8 x. This is 1/2 x. I'm going to circle all my ends. There's just this one n, finding another color. 2/3 n, and then I have this other value here, and so I'm going to triangle it, just finding another shape, a third shape that I'm not using, and I'm going to color that a third color, because those are all different terms. So you can see that the only thing that really we can combine is our two x's. There's no other n's, and there's no other numbers that don't have a variable attached to it. So I'm going to look at combining this and this. And so this is 1/2 x minus 3/8 x, right? So 1/2 x is there, minus the 3/8 x. And so we're going to be doing subtraction, so that means I need to find a common denominator. The common denominator here is going to be 8. This is already in a denominator of 8, so it's negative 3/8 x, and I'm going to keep that. This is scaling up by 4, so I'm going to take 1/2 and I'm going to multiply it by 4 to get 2 times 4 is going to give me 8, so 1 times 4 is going to give me 4. And now I can do my subtraction. I've got 4 minus 3, and that gives me 1. Got the common denominator of 8, so it's 1/8 x. So as I combine this, this was my yellow piece there. Now as I combine the parts, I have 1/8 x plus 2/3 n plus 5/4. I cannot combine anything else because they are all different terms. And you can go back and find a value for n and a value for x, and substitute those in and find out what your, and see if this is equivalent to this. If you'd like to see how to do that, you can go back to the first video that I was working on through here, and I showed you how to do that. Looking at the next one, I need to do this multiplication before I can start combining parts. So I've got to actually multiply in my 3 times my 1/6, and so if I've got 3 times 1/6, well, then it's 3 over that 1, and so that becomes 3/6, also known as 1/2, Okay, so this just became that there. I've got to do this next piece, which is minus -4, and I've got to distribute that in here. Okay? So I'm going to keep this kind of as a separate piece right now. That was that first set of multiplication there. Now I'm going to do the second piece here, and I've got -4 times 2/5. And so it's -4 over 1. And then multiply straight across. -4 times 2 is -8 over 5. I cannot simplify that. It's -8 over 5m. That is my second part here. And I can't do anything here. So now I'm ready to rewrite what I have using multiplication. So this became this, and I'm going to write 1/2 k. This piece is this, so it's minus 8 over 5m. And then I still have plus 3/12 k. Well, I can simplify 3/12. So if I divide them both by 3, then I end up with 1/4. 1/4 k. And I'm going to square my like terms that are both k. And then I'm going to circle all my numbers that include my m's. And the only thing that I have to work through is my simplifies my k's. So I've got a half of a k plus a quarter of a k, and that's 3/4 of a k. I can figure that out by making a common denominator here and turning that into 2/4, right? And 2 plus 1 is 3/4 k minus 8/5 m. And there's your final answer. So I only have one k represented and one m represented. And you can go back to the video where I showed you how to substitute values in and check them to make sure that this is equivalent to that.